All right, just to start things off here, like with Foundry, we have basic controls with everything. So I'm going to be using a couple terms here. The first one's going to be called a tool menu. The other one's going to be called a directory controls. It's not going to be a term you're going to hear me say on the fly, but it at least is going to be a way of me directing you towards things. So let's talk about
Okay.
the tool menu here. That's towards the far left.
Okay.
Now we have what's called token controls here at the
Mhm.
very top. It's what looks to be a figure. Um, so the very first one is selecting tokens. So on the very top left, on the right, you have what your tool to select any token on the field. Below it, you have selecting targets, and again, like we go on, we talk about this all the time with saying like uh, I believe Control T or Shift T.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those two commands for immediately like targeting somebody.
Mhm.
Within the rigging of Foundry, like whenever you're doing an attack or doing anything from the chat menu to apply damage, or even an attack roll to contest it against your AC, this is what you need to touch. Now, again, if we can't figure out a hotkey for your Mac to do this, this is the button you always want to press, and I do recommend it. It saves a headache, and if you're having troubles like making sheets pop up or
Mhm.
waiting, this will save you a lot of time. Because in the chat menu, it'll even tell you, okay, this is the person's AC, this is the roll, it misses, move on.
Okay.
Below that is measuring distance. Um, Here's a cool little thing with this as well. If you press on that and start dragging, you can hold control. And again, it's the same button you did to make that menu pop up.
Mm.
And if you look in here, you can
Oh
see
yeah.
that I can stop at certain triggers to plan out my movement.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And let's have a look
That's
here.
right.
Because I did something weird by doing a right click. Yep. Tell me the exact distance I need to run.
Mhm.
This one is more towards and again, this is a relatively new feature that I wasn't even aware of. Apparently this looks like you can tap on tokens and make them non-restrictive to walls in the scene. So, has there been any times you've been in Foundry and you weren't able to go with a pop-up saying like you're hitting a wall or going against something in my games?
It happened.
This feature just allows you to bypass it. Like if there's any
Okay.
like if there's a literal wall in
Yeah.
between you and it, you can grant the player access of like, okay, you can go past it without you
Mhm.
personally having to drag it through.
That would save some
Okay,
time.
so that's the basic stuff. This is the stuff you're gonna use all the time. You know, like measurement tool, like targeting, and just moving tokens. Basic stuff. So again, in the tool menu, going down to
Yep.
measurement controls. This is where things get a little bit more tricky dicky. So, measurement tools is what we'd use for area of effects. So, say for example, if I want a dragon to have a breath weapon, I would use a cone template. I'd grab it, drag it, push it.
Okay.
Yep, and you can move it around at any angle. Now, keep in
Mhm.
mind, you can have this template, release it, and once it's released, again, you might want to try touch it, move it. At any time, you can press a delete button to get rid of it,
Okay.
or you can add special effects onto it by double clicking on it. But again,
Mhm.
advanced stuff, we don't need to worry about it. The most
Okay.
important the basic stuff you're going to be using this for, any of these templates, is creating an immediate template to figure out who's getting affected by what.
Yeah.
So you'd move a radius to figure out how the radius is going, the cone for cone, a square for a square, and again, line for line. Always recommend it. Never going like this. Always recommend.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I always recommend being a little bit of an asshole with it, moving down a
Okay.
line like that. By the rules, baby. By the rules. All right, but you get the point with all these. These are all
I do.
templates from the measurement tools. Now, say you want to
Mhm.
get rid of it. You see the measurement controls in the top right.
Yeah.
Again, we have the select feature. Now, you
Okay.
could be really slow about it and just say, all right, then click on this, press delete. Press on this, and press delete. Or you could do Control A, again, whatever you used for the quick search feature earlier.
Mhm.
Control A and delete.
Okay.
But something really nifty you could do, and again, we're going to get a little advanced here, but I want to show you something that keeps me on my toes.
Okay.
Say for example, like I have these three radiuses here, and it's like I something's wrong with them, and I need to edit them all at the same time. If
Okay.
again you select all of them again, Control A, and you
Mhm.
press Shift E, we're using a module that we installed, Mass Edit. If there is one module you need in your arsenal, it's this one right here. And I know there's a lot of hotkeys going on here. Control A is selecting everything. Shift E makes this pop up appear.
Oh yeah. I got it.
Now, a cool thing we could do is like, fuck, I shouldn't have done the circles. They should have all been cones. So, change it to cone, and let's apply it, see what happens. Oh, would you look at that? Doesn't fucking work. Why?
Yeah, I had the same result at the same
Yeah,
time because I'm
yeah.
I'm doing it with you, but
Well, you know why it doesn't work?
why?
Again, it's a very strange shape. We're using it for a really weird reason. But again, if we were to change it to a rectangle, again, I did Shift D as well, it changes it to the relative size.
Oh yeah.
Now, rays are where you're going to get into the weird territory because it doesn't know what direction that we're pointing this radius in. But again, if we
Okay.
change it into another basic shape, oh, we changed it. Now, again, that's a very clutch reason to use mass edit for
Mhm.
shapes. You're never going to usually use it for it. And I'll explain what you'd usually use it for later.
Okay.
So, again, that's basic measurements.
Mhm.
Tiles. I could go on days about tiles. So, let me try to boil it down as easy as I can.
Okay.
A tile, there are two different things I can put on a map here, like our little grid that we're looking at.
Mhm.
You can put down an actor or a tile. An actor is a monster creature, is filled with rigging. It's meant to be something you can interact with, fight with. A tile is an object, something you place onto the environment, an image. It is how we put images onto the map. Now, I'm going to be frank, I don't believe there's going to be, especially in your case, I don't believe there's going to be a lot of times you're going to be using tiles unless you really want to flex your muscles here. The only time
Okay.
I can imagine it is, or for you specifically, is if you have a map with rooftops and you want the rooftops to disappear or have
Oh,
anything
okay.
overhead, like say like a
Mhm.
tree. That's how we would do it. Again, a more advanced technique, but I don't for your case and purpose, I you don't need to learn a lot about tiles.
Okay.
But I will at least mention again if you just hold on to it here,
Mhm.
like it's just putting images onto the table. Now, you have I'm at least going to explain it to you. Like every time for each one of these functions there's always a select tool for it. So and I should probably specify here. With actors or tokens, say if you have like a monster on the table, the only way you're going to be able to select it is if you have the token selected and the select for it. That's how
Okay.
you're going to be able to do it. So let me show you an example here. So let's say that we have a radius effect and we have a goblin.
Okay.
Now, notice I'm on the token control select. I
Mhm.
want to touch the measurement tool. Can't do it. It's not there. I could just keep touching the fucking monster. What's happening? Well, because we're on token controls, the only thing we can focus on are the tokens. Well,
Okay.
if we switch to the measurement tools, well, now I want to touch the token. I can't touch the token.
Mm.
Well, because now we're focused on the measurement tools.
Right.
Yep, we can get rid of both those. Same thing with the tiles. It if you have tiles on your map, you would not be able to touch it with the token or the measurement tools. And again, looking at all these, this is probably the simplest of them. Do not overthink this. It's as simple
Okay.
as
Yeah.
you make a shape, and whatever that shape is what the image will be placed in.
Mhm.
And if you have it ready, if you have a location for it, you can find it, place it in. But like I said, more than likely you're not going to use it unless it's for a rooftop or anything like that. Um, in fact, you can even like do the tile browser and even look for it and just drag and drop it onto your environment here. So say for example, it's not good that I'm using a token for this, but say for example, I just want to like throw on a token here. Well, right there, that's a tile.
Okay.
It has no rigging behind it. It's not a creature. It's just an image I have just put onto it. Pretend it's a tree.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful tree right here, and I can change it to wherever the hell I want. Yep. But again, tiles not going to be something you want to focus on too much. And
Okay.
now we're getting into some stranger stuff that you can get into. So below that is your drawing tool. So like always, you have the select for drawings. Drawing is different from a tile, measurement, and an actor. Imagine each one as a different layer. You can't
Okay.
interact with different layers.
Mhm.
So for this one, you can draw a square, draw a circle. You can even do a polygonal shape.
Okay.
And if you connect the dots here by double clicking, it'll make a custom shape. You can freehand it. Not mean to draw wherever the hell I drew. And you can also do text. Again, draw it like a square, and I'm gonna write down. Again, I should slow down here. Drew down a box for text.
Okay.
I double clicked it, and I'm going into the text, and I'm gonna say I am great because it's true. All right, brought it down. Now you have all these drawings, and they can serve different purposes. Like, for example, like there might be times where you might want to tell players this is the reasonable area where you can position your characters. Like, place them in this spot. That's a good reason to
Mhm.
use it.
Okay.
Um, they can also be used for your own information. for example, if you want to do a text like this,
Mm-hmm.
let's right click this. If you right click your text
Yeah.
and you see that there's a little lock icon, a little
Mm-hmm.
guy on top of it, if you if you press on the guy on top, the visibility state, it's
Yeah.
invisible to everyone besides you. So there
Oh.
might be times where you want to write notes for a combat or for a scene that you don't want anybody else to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Now, if you really want to be like really out there for doing cool stuff during the game, you can use any of these shapes to prevent weather from affecting an area. So, for example, if I were to have a constant rain in a scene, it'd be raining everywhere. But what if I have a building? If I have a
Okay.
building, it's going to be raining inside, but that doesn't make sense. The buildings
Mm-hmm.
stop rain. You can use these shapes to prevent it. Unfortunately, I don't have it selected. You might have the module. I would actually have to look at your screen for a second here.
Oh.
But right click not blah blah blah. Right click a, different shape for me.
Okay.
Okay, you don't either, but we'll talk about this later. But for example, if we had a weather FX on, the module, you could use these shapes to prevent weather conditions from affecting anything inside of it. So
Okay.
if I had rain, I could stop it from being inside of a building. But again, that's the practical uses of
That's
it.
yeah.
More than likely, it's going to be visual flares for yourself. Again, just
Mm-hmm.
select everything, Control A, delete. Now, we're talking about a lot of superficial stuff that you'd practically not use. Let's talk about the
Okay.
boring stuff that you'd more than likely will use. Underneath that is walls.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
A lot. Yeah.
hmm So let's go over it.
Floors. Okay.
The main thing you're going to be using is basic walls. Basic walls are any kind of physical obstruction that would prevent a character from seeing anything. So if you select that and move it around, and if you
Mm-hmm.
hold control as you're doing it, let go, makes another like a line, makes another line
Mm-hmm.
every time you press, and you can finish it by going to finale. No, keep make something new. Yep, make something new, and again, whatever you used for the quick search.
Yeah.
Yep. Now hold that. Yep. And press. Yep. There you go.
But when I click
Almost.
it, it disappeared. I don't know.
Are you double
Why?
clicking by accident?
No, I don't think so. Now it's not working whatsoever. Okay, now if I can drag it, but I cannot. Okay, here you go. Okay. Fuck
hmm
off.
Not sure why it's not
Yeah.
working for me now. Oh, it's because I'm pressing shift. Sure. Yep. For me, it's control. So long as you're
Control for
holding.
me as well.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
So long
But
as
I'm.
you're hold. Yeah. So long as you're holding control, you can keep making walls, and once you bring it back to the original point, it'll finish it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna because. Okay, no, now I fucked it up. But.
yeah.
Don't- okay, I can do two lines, but. oh, oh, I know it's just moving. Oh,
hmm
fuck me. Okay, let me just try it one more time because I feel. Okay.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. But now the thing is that I have to. Okay. Now I'm pressing control. To put it down, I gotta stop pressing control. But then I can't add another line.
Because it's weird because what's deleting the line is usually the other, like a mouse
This
press.
one.
No, well, the other mouse press. Because if you do right click on your mouse, it'll delete whatever wall you made.
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna keep trying. But I understand what I have to do. It's just not working.
Yeah,
Oopsie.
it's gonna be the most important basic that you're gonna have to get down
Mm-hmm.
here because this is
Mm-hmm.
how you rig
Mm-hmm.
maps. But essentially, if you look at my screen, this would be the equivalent of
Yeah.
making a house. All right, so basic wall. Next one underneath it is terrain. What's cool about terrain is if you have a token with vision and it's looking at these two walls, you get a unique effect. I'm going to put down 2 lines. And if you look at my screen,
I am.
yeah, we're getting a unique effect here. Now, let me explain what's happening. If
By
you
the way, I was
noticed,
able to close the
there you go.
flare. Yeah, I was
Good
just
job,
pressing the
girl.
wrong. Yes.
If you look at my screen,
Mm-hmm.
you see that I have a very long wall and a very short wall. But
Yeah.
if you look at my token, it's really weird. Only the small wall is
Hmm.
being taken into consideration here.
Yeah.
This is what's called a terrain wall. What's happening is when there are two terrain walls that are going against each other, it is creating that effect like there is an incline that you can't see beyond.
Oh.
hmm So that's what that's used. The basic idea is when you have two walls that a token is looking at, it will create that obscurity. Invisible walls is what it says on the tin. They just
Mm-hmm.
cannot see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. The well, the best way to explain what it is much again. It's very similar to window, which again I'm not sure why they have a separation between a window. Oh, okay, that's
Mm.
why. And again, this is older information filtering through to me because back in the old day there was only invisible walls. They made a
Okay.
distinction between windows and invisible walls nowadays. Long way of me saying both windows and invisible walls work similar. The token cannot pass through it, and I'll show you here, but they will be able to see through it. So if I'm going here, trying to go past, can't go past. Now that's seen at distance. Now ethereal wall, same dealio, where it is a wall, but you can pass through it. It'd be a situation of if you're running an interactive map and you have a false wall or a
Yeah.
curtain, you can't see past it. But if you actively try to move through it, you can move through it.
You can move it. Okay.
Yep.
Got
A door is a door.
it.
I'm sure you can figure that out. A secret door is more interesting. Again, like if you have a puzzle, it is a secret door that is hidden from the players that you can reveal. So let me show you here. So there's this purple line right there, and say I'm this goblin here. This icon is not visible to the player. It's only visible to us. We know where the door is. The players don't. But if they want to interact, get close, you can right-click the door. And it'll switch it to locked
Okay.
or open.
Mhm.
If it switches to lock, you can left-click and open it up for them.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And go right through. And now they can see the door.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. Window, like I mentioned earlier, is much like an invisible wall. You can see through it. The difference is, and again, this is more new for me, that you see that I can't see through it. I'm a
Yeah.
little too far away. But the closer I get, the more I can see. Until I get really close and I can see right out the window.
Mm.
Hmm.
Wow.
And that's it for walls. Now, like I mentioned, got a lot of stuff going on here. If you even look at my
Mhm.
screen, I got basic wall, I got train
Yep.
wall, I got a secret fucking door, I got invisible wall, I got a window. I made a mistake. They all needed to be a basic wall. Now,
Okay.
if I needed to fix this in post, like shit, they were all supposed to be basic walls. Uh, If I had to fix this in person, I would have to double click on this
Mhm.
guy. Then I would have to personally like remember, shit, is a basic wall light going through? No, nothing's going through. The sight going through? No, it's not going through, and have to go through all these fucking tabs for each one. So that was the first one. Go through the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. It's tedious. Takes a lot of time.
It is.
But if I press Control A, 50. What the hell were they supposed to be again? Oh yeah, all of them are supposed to be normal fucking walls. Change everything normal, apply, everything's a wall now.
Mm. Okay.
You get the point that I'm trying to get at here is
Oh yeah, yeah.
uh I don't want you to suffer like I have. It sucks.
Thank you.
That
Really
what I
appreciate
am
it.
showing you is the most important tool you have. If you fuck up on anything, tokens, walls, rigging,
Mhm.
everything, just remember Shift D and it will save you time and is the best thing you can do during a game.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's walls.
During the game especially, yeah.
Yes. So, underneath walls, you have lighting. So, I don't recommend this at all, but you can transition like day and night. You turn it to night.
Mm.
For me, I play with a lot of people with vision issues, and yeah, it's cool to darken the screen a little bit, but even right now, like I have a good fucking monitor and I can't see shit.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, you got
Yeah.
night and day. You also have your fog of war for people exploring.
Mm.
But for lights, you have the most basic thing, and this is the thing that you're probably gonna have the most fun with. At least I do. You draw a light. If you press down and drag,
Mhm.
you can make a light.
Oh, I accidentally made 4 of them, so
Nice. So there's a lot of features with the lights, but I'm gonna get to the fun stuff. All right. If you make a
all
light,
right.
you double click it. Go to the light animations. When it opens up, but wrong button. The one.
Okay.
There you go. Light animation. Middle tab.
Yep.
There you go. You have all this fun stuff you can play with. If you go down on that tab, you have all sorts of fun things. We can go through everything. Like you can explore this on your own time, but there's a lot of fun
Mhm.
things that you can go. Let's say we're playing in a futuristic setting. I'll do Force Grid. See, looks nifty.
Okay.
I always recommend bringing down the animation speed, fucking down, and the animation intensity. Well, depending on how crazy it is. In this case, it's fine being high or low. But more often than not, you want a slow speed, small intensity.
Okay.
Yep. And you can even influence the color with your basic configuration here if you go down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Say I want a blue force field. There you go. Looks nice. But if you notice down here on my screen,
Yeah.
it's not. I don't have a perfect circle. Something's wrong here. That's because the light actually reacts to the walls.
Oh. Ah.
So, because I have this basic wall, I can actually influence the light.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, um, I prefer just using lights on scenes, like images, to make them seem like they're animated. But again, it's how far you want to get
Yeah.
into the rigging. I always caution not to rig too much. Like it's very easy to go down
I
the
will.
rabbit hole on this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, another thing here is the ambient, uh, the music controls here, right
Okay.
below. What's cool about this? Again, you can preview it, or you can draw it. You're
Mm.
gonna draw it most of the time, and much like the lights, it reacts to the walls.
Okay.
Well, depending on what wall you draw.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as soon as you put it down, this is a good way, and I don't use this a lot because I have an issue with Foundry's audio. But because you're
Yeah.
hosting this on Molten, I do recommend that you have a collection of music and preset it. Like if you have battle maps, draw this out, and the moment that players are plopped on, it'll automatically start the bottom battle music.
Mm. Okay.
So it's an easy way of like, say for example, if you had an exploration mode and a flavorful scene where you're traveling through the forest and you have a picture of the forest, you could just plop down this audio, put down some tokens on it, and it would automatically play the music. If you have a combat map, you could have it preset. So you don't have to worry about like starting the music, ending the music as you play the game.
Okay. Mm.
hmm
Okay.
I highly recommend it. If you want an interactive dungeon, that's also really cool. Like dripping
Oh.
sounds of water or like the growls of a wolf in the distance. Like it does do it
Mm-hmm.
well. Um
I can see that. Yeah.
yeah, you can have fun with it. And I can give you some resources for good sound effects if you want to go down that route, but it's up to you.
That would
Now,
be much appreciated.
regions.
Mm.
Regions are complicated as hell. We will go over
So
that if you ever want to learn it. But it is essentially a level of automation that can do a
Mm.
lot of things. Um,
Okay.
Let me tell you the most basic feature. It can transport like if you have a region down, like imagine drawing a rectangle. If you wanted to, you could have this region have tokens that step into it, transport to another scene, or go up one floor, down one floor, shit like that. That's the most basic function of it. It can do a lot more than that, but it is a very advanced automation technique. And for me personally, I don't value it that much. But again, if you want to delve into that, we can. But it is
Let's
a
say
very
not right
advanced.
now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a very advanced technique that's not really necessary. Moving down, journal notes.
Mm.
Here, this is fairly useful. If you notice the little pen, if you toggle that on and off,
Mm-hmm.
that is whether or not you can see anything that's on the map here. This is used for dungeons or any like
Okay.
exploration. So, say for example, we're in room A1. I want it. A1. I'm gonna make a pen. I'm gonna make sure it has a journal entry. I'm gonna create it. There we go. A1. This is right there. So any notes
Okay.
I have about that area, I'd write down here. I'm
Mm.
gonna say it's gonna be text file. I'm gonna say TPK. Players will die here. All right. So it's set down right here. I have a note
Mm-hmm.
of what's supposed to happen in this room. Even hovering on it tells me A1. It's organized. Even
Okay.
furthermore, you should be able to, if I can actually figure this out on the fly here, you can actually switch it from this icon just to show like those letters and numbers. See if I can actually figure that out really quick. Display note. I can't figure it out right now, but I'll figure it out later. But essentially, like you're able to keep visuals on the screen of what should be happening. Typically, you would see like these little notifications having like a small
Mm-hmm.
bubble with a letter or a number in it.
Yeah.
Very convenient, very good, a great way of keeping yourself
It's
organized.
useful.
Yes.
Mm.
And finally, we have now art browser gives you all sorts of things that you can go through really quick. Like I mentioned before, if you want to get into the tile, if you want to get into tiles and stuff, this would be it. Like, say for example, over here, I want this rock. Oh, it's a cool rock. I'm gonna place it down.
Okay.
Places it down. All right. But that's the basics of those controls.
Okay.
That's your basic controls that you're going to be using day in day out. Now over to the far right, this will be a lot faster. We have what's called directory controls.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the chat log, everything that you roll.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath
Yeah.
that, we have combat as your entire combat tracker. Underneath that, we have what's called scenes. Scenes are any thing that we're looking at, like even right now, what the entire backdrop that we're looking at right now is considered a scene. If I wanted to switch it over to a different map, I would be like, all right, this is our new scene.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Okay.
for exploration, combat, any visual, everything. That is just any visual you want to give to the player.
Okay.
Tokens, or actors, I should say.
Actors.
Actors is where we store all of our monsters and creatures that we can put in on a dime. Say, like the Goblin Boss. Keep in mind, you want to
Where?
keep this very small.
Okay.
You don't want a lot of these at once. The more of any of these scenes, actors, items, journals, the more things that you have, the more people are loading in when they log in. So it can slow your
Okay.
performance the more that you have.
Okay.
Underneath that, you have items. This is where you have all your magic items, anything you want to give to players.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
Underneath that, journals. Just like the thing that we put down, A1, TPK, players will die. It's right here.
Okay.
You also have your roll tables here. You can import your own roll tables or make your own if you want to make them.
Okay.
Card stacks, more rare. If you want to play cards, have tarot cards or actual like player cards, you can have them here.
Mm.
Macros, I'm gonna be honest, we're never gonna touch macros. That's more advanced
That's
coding stuff.
fine by
Yeah.
me.
Playlists, again, more realistic. This is where you store all your music.
Mm-hmm.
Compendiums, we already know what's in the compendiums. This is our cold storage. This is
Yep.
what players are not loading into the world. This is where we get all of our information and put it down onto the table.
Yep.
And finally, we have settings. Now, I can't remember if we did this, but post session, I want you to go into management here
Mhm.
and set up
Okay.
your own players. So their
Oh, can we?
name,
Mhm.
yep. But again,
We
that'll
didn't
be
do
a
it.
post. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that in a little bit here. It's not essential, but keep in mind this is what you need to interact with to add players to be able to log in.
Okay. Noted.
Okay. All right. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab a drink of water, then we'll continue from there. All right. Now that we learned a lot, we're gonna go over
Mhm.
the stuff that you're gonna be using day by day and using every second.
Okay. Ready.
All right. So let me give you a brief overview of how Foundry considers everything that's put into it. This is a major oversimplification of how the system reads everything, but let me put it simply. If it is a creature or a monster, a player is considered an actor. If it's anything else, it's an item.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
there is a lot more to it than that, but that's your general rule of thumb. If it's not a creature or monster, it's going to be an item. So that applies to actual items. It applies to class features. It applies to practically everything else. Like it is considered an item class. So let's have a look. We're not going to go in depth for that. That's going to be for our next little lesson here. But if you go into the
Okay.
actors tab,
Mm.
create actor, and let's create a Jimbo. We get
Okay.
a blank actor sheet.
Yeah. Okay. There we
Now,
go.
yep, this is what's considered a player actor sheet. If you create another one, Jim Bob, and not choose player character, instead, let's go non player character. They have a
None.
more simple sheet.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. This
Yep.
is for NPCs.
Oh.
Now, say for example, we want to have a group of people. We'll say party, the party group. You could place Jimbo and Jim Bob in this party sheet. Keep track of all of them. Let's drag and drop.
Okay.
Yep. Tracks everything about them: their AC, HP, their movement, passive perception, everything,
Mm.
even their inventories.
Okay.
hmm And finally, encounter. This is something new.
Okay.
Encounter is what it says on the tin. TPK.
Okay.
Now, let's say I want a goblin boss and Torbeck for some reason. I
Take
have
Torbeck
Torbeck.
alone.
Yeah, Torbeck's on here. I'm actually not sure why Torbeck isn't going on here. Say T-Rex. Okay, it's because he's a player character.
Mm.
We'll say Tyrannosaurus Rex and Goblin Boss is my encounter.
Okay.
This will store all the information that I want one Goblin Boss and say, okay. So you see 1 and 1,
Yeah, yeah.
and right next to it is the CR. CR1,
Mm-hmm.
CR8. Now, if you try to interact with 1 or 1 for the quantity, you can't do anything. Go on top left here towards the little wrench icon.
Yeah.
It changes. I want 1 Tyrannosaurus Rex and 5 goblins. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the purpose of an encounter is not only to keep track of what enemies are there, but also the description. Say, this is an ambush.
Okay.
And we'll say that they have a. Why am I blanking? Say mace. For some reason, they have mace on them.
Okay.
Yep. And so when everything is said and done, I can drag this onto player sheets just saying, hey, they had a mace and they also had 25 gold and 5, not Electrum, fuck Electrum, not even for example.
Yeah.
5 silver.
Okay.
Yep. And it'll even give you options for like awarding EXP and currency,
Mm.
placing the members onto the field here. Look.
Okay.
I'm going to explore with you because I haven't dicked around with this one too much. Well, let's do place members. See? So if you place members, you can decide goblin's going to be right here, other goblins here, other goblins here. This one's going to be at a slight tilt
Oh.
because I like it. This one's going to be right here. And the fucking T-Rex is going to be over here.
It's huge.
Yep. But you get the point. Like, it
Yeah.
allows you to rapidly place it down without having to go, okay, here, drag, drop, drag, drop, drag, drop. No, it's like press, 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 press.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And again, that's assuming you don't have this prepped up already or all the positions. Like,
Okay.
is if you're doing this on the fly, you could simply quickly put this up, get it ready, and make it seem like you're prepared. All right,
Ooh.
those are actors. Everything I showed is
Okay.
actors. Everything else is items. And my God, I'll just show you an overview, and we're not going to go into it.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
click in the items,
Mm-hmm.
create item,
Then create item.
look at all that fucking shit.
Boy.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Another day, but you get the point. Everything else
Yeah.
is considered an item. All right.
Literally everything else.
Yes. Yes. So you understand what an actor is. You understand items or everything else. You understand blank character sheets. By the way, important tidbit I forgot. If you're creating a character sheet, especially for Jimbo, see this?
Yeah.
You can see it. Player can't.
Oh.
Every time you create something, make sure you right click, configure ownership, and beyond us, again, this is where the user configurations from the settings come in with
Mm-hmm.
adding players in. You can say player 2 is the owner.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. But again, that's a small nitty gritty stuff. If your player ever
Mm-hmm.
says, I can't see it, right click, ownership, look for their name.
Okay.
Because you're going to hear that a lot. I hear it all the time still.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things that you constantly forget about. So again, you understand blank character sheets. Most common thing you're going to be creating here, again, besides actors is scenes.
Yeah.
So you create a scene, say
Okay.
TPK again,
Okay.
and you're going to get a lot of options. Let me tell you the most
Mhm.
important. You ready?
Yeah.
You have your name, background image. It's
Okay.
gonna be background image is gonna be. I know I'm jumping around here is for the sake of an example. I'm
Okay.
sure that you don't have stuff set up just like that. Do not worry about
No.
what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, don't stress out about it. I'm going to pick this because fuck it. All right, so just pretend for a second with me that you have your storage ready. You have a map in your storage that you want to pick. This
Mhm.
is the one that you want to pick. It's right there. That's how you do it.
Okay.
Background image, you search for it, select it right there. For me personally, I always like black. That's
Yeah.
just representing the color over here. Now, let me tell you a constant problem you're going to be running into. Your players will say, I can't see anything.
I can't
Everything's
see it.
black. Yep.
Mhm.
Go to lighting, turn off token vision, turn on global illumination. Now, the main reason I say turn off token vision is that is in case you did not rig or something is wrong with their tokens. Because there are times where the token has zero vision. They can't see shit.
Oh. Okay.
So that's my default. Now, keep in mind, if everything's right, if everything's good, you can keep token vision on. My go-to is always disable token vision, global illumination. Global illumination just means doesn't matter what lights are on the table, everything's just lit up. Save changes,
Okay.
and we have TPK ready.
Excellent.
Yep, gonna view it.
Okay.
Looks pretty. If I were to put a token
Mhm.
on here, goblin, and if I select them, keep in mind, I'm selecting a token. It's going based
Yeah.
off their vision. They can see everything. Now, let's have an extreme situation here where you didn't do that. Vision is on, global illumination is off. Let's turn it. See how things are
Mhm.
different?
Yeah.
First of all, everything's black and white. Why is it black and white? Why is it black and white?
I have no. I have no clue. Why is it bad? Because the let me
There's no light, and how does the goblin
the
see?
light. Oh. Okay. So
It's dark
it's
vision.
dependent on the
Yep.
creature or the actor.
Yep.
Okay.
So in this case, it has dark vision, so everything's black and white.
Mhm.
And if you look at this, 60 feet, dark vision. So this thing
Okay.
is rigged up properly where everything is dark. But again, isn't it weird? I'm the DM. Why am I seeing this? Main reason you're seeing this is
Mhm.
because you're selecting a token. If I select off,
Oh. Yeah.
everything's bright and colorful. So
Okay.
let me go through that example one more time. Let's say I don't care about the token vision now. Okay. Oh,
Mhm.
don't care about token vision. Everything's visible. Well, now I care about the token vision. But when I have global illumination. Oh, other way around. Vision, global illumination.
Global.
Turn that off. It turns black and white.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And if I switch it around, global illumination, everything's bright. No matter what his vision is, everything is visible. All
Okay.
right. I was looking at that gray image for so long I can actually see the imprint.
Oh, I can too. I thought I
Oh
was.
no, that
No, I
actually is
think
him.
it is because.
Yeah,
Okay.
the token vision is on. So let's have a look at that. That's cool. I didn't notice that. There we go.
Okay.
So you can't
There
see
you
the
go.
vision anymore. I legitimately
Mhm.
thought that was me staring at the gray for too long. All right.
Same
So you
here.
got you got the gist on this. Is
Yep.
This is the basics of creating a scene. You create a scene,
Okay.
name it wherever you want, and wherever you store it, you're gonna find it
Mm,
and select it.
in there.
Yep. All right. Now, to be to be honest, the most common thing you're going to be using as a DM everywhere. I know I say this to death to you as a player and to every DM I come across. It is always control space. Like this
Okay.
alone, you need to have down by heart. You need to be able to know this on a dime because players are going to ask you. I want a wand of fireball. Bam, down. I can drag and drop it right on the fucking map. More than likely you're going to be dragging it on people's sheets.
Okay.
The idea behind that quick search is being able to go through all of your inventory, your items, your monsters, and
Mm-hmm.
quickly being able to drag and drop them onto the scene. Again,
Oh, yeah.
giving the illusion that you're prepared for everything. So let's do an example here. Ready? Let me
Yep.
show you how powerful this tool is. I'm gonna say that we have a kobold. Play along with me here. We have a kobold in this map.
Okay.
I'm gonna go off of this one right here. No, not races. Not races. Boop. Kobold. Shouldn't have picked one that was an actual fucking race or a species. Kobold. I'm gonna say that we have a kobold. Alright, perfect. Got a cute little kobold. Like him.
Hmm? Cute.
Yeah, he's looking pretty nifty, but I want more. So Control C, Control V, bam, 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 bam.
Okay.
All right, now I got a little troop of them. Well, I don't like it. Main reason I don't like it is because they all have the same damn weapon. So let's take care of the two in the back. All right. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go Control V. This is gonna be your special one. All right.
Okay.
Double click on that. One right in the back. Special kobold, right? Has a dagger, has a
Mm-hmm.
sling. But you know what? I don't feel like it should have a dagger or a sling. What I feel like it should have is a wand of fireball. Tricky bastard. So I looked it up and I dragged and dropped it right onto a sheet.
Mm-mm.
Now, if you look on its inventory here,
It's there.
yep, it's right there. Guess what? You have a special kobold. Well, the combat feels a little too easy though, and I still have too many marshals. So I'm going to press Control C, Control V. If you look at that, I have two creatures with a wand of fireball. See where I'm getting at here? Is you can
Yeah.
adjust the characters on the fly and
On
make
the
it
fly.
appear. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Press it down. Guess what? Woo! Got a fireball right here with a template. They're dumb as hell, so they're gonna try to hurt their own allies.
No, poor
Yeah,
kobolds.
yeah, I hurt all of them. Did damage, and
Mm.
they're all screwed.
Yeah.
Did 22 damage. Now here's a fun little thing. Did 22 damage. I got 3 of them. But I don't
Okay.
feel like pressing on one, then pressing dexterity save, then pressing on one, then doing dexterity save. If you just highlight all of them.
Okay.
Yep. And you see like down here
Mm-hmm.
that they're being applied. Yep. Just gonna press this. I can't remember if it's shift or not. I'm gonna tempt it and say I can just press it. No, you cannot. Alright. Oh, you can. Just being dumb. Alright, so if you have all of them selected and just press
Yeah.
dexterity save, just go normal, normal, normal.
Okay. And you can roll for all
Yep.
of them.
Yep. If you want to be faster than that, I typically don't select them. What I
Uh-huh.
do is I just press one of them and I just hold shift. Now, watch what you seen
Oh.
how you had the pop up, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Just press shift. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yep.
That's even faster.
Yep. Well, you gotta be fast. All right. So that's the basics of what I'm trying to get across here is with that module, you can find all of your monsters that we've imported, place them down onto a map. You can make even like a copy and pasted monsters that are identical, be slightly different in a singular combat on the fly within seconds. Again, appearing as if you have everything prepared.
Yep. That's cool.
So let's be more realistic here, though, because we're
Mm.
jumping the gun. Now, if you notice right here, I'm doing some advanced stuff. I want to get rid of this. This is
Okay.
getting annoying here. What do you think this would be?
Oh
What am I
my
looking at
god.
here?
Uh, you're looking at. Oh, how the fuck is it called?
Am I looking at
No.
drawing, a tile, measurement? What am I looking at?
Isn't it a measurement
Exactly.
thing?
So if you
Okay.
press measurement controls, and again, if you
Mm.
look at it, there's nothing for me to touch. If I touch measurement,
But if you.
oh, there's an
Okay.
icon. Click on it,
Mhm.
delete.
Delete. Okay.
So, realistically, you see these enemies is going to start a combat. So,
Mhm.
you can either drag like this, select all of them, or for me, again, I prefer Control A. More likely, because if you do Control A, any character on the combat map, both party members and enemies, will be selected. Which I
Okay.
assume anytime you're starting the
Mhm.
combat, you want to select them. For our purposes,
Yep.
Control A. I'm going to right click one of them, and you'll see a
Mhm.
lot of icons, a lot of goofy
Yep.
stuff. Most important thing is the bottom right,
Yep.
toggle combat state. Well, if you look on top, this is where we're going to be talking
Mhm.
about your carousel, which you can adjust later.
Okay.
Yep. But again, like you see all of this on the top, we can worry about this later. Now, if you go into the combat tab on the far right,
Mhm.
see you have all your guys and you have all the roles. For me personally, I have a quick combat. Main reason I like it, I can press begin combat, instantly rolls everything. For you, I
Okay.
believe you're gonna have to click on each individual one and roll them.
Okay. Okay. Well.
Again, each their own. Like the I can see both sides for it because for me, I tell people to fuck off if they say I want to roll my initiative. It's like, oh, I don't want to
Mm.
wait. Um, but again, you see how easy it is. Control A, just start it up super fast within seconds, and that is a time killer for sessions. Is keeping track and monitoring initiative. It's annoying. It's time consuming. All right,
Yeah.
and again, I'm going. We're going to go in depth about all of this eventually. I just want to show you an overview of what's happening.
Perfectly good. Yeah.
So, combat's over. Ending the combat is perfectly fine. Now let's talk about something. If you look on the right hand side of your actors, press on the actors.
Yeah. Well.
Let's look at the kobold. Is there
Mm.
something weird about it?
Something weird about it?
Yeah.
What do you mean weird?
Well, they have a dagger, they have a sling, they have pack tactics and sunlight. Isn't something missing here?
I can't see it. What's missing?
You look at
There.
the inventory,
Mm.
there's no wand or fireball.
Oh, the wand.
But
Yeah.
we added a wand of fireball on the map. What's happening here? So, let me tell you a very important concept to get through your head. So there are two different types of actors. There is a proto actor and a scene actor. Everything on here is a scene actor. Each one is an individual actor, but they all draw from the proto actor. So these three
Okay.
over here are
Mm,
identical to the proto actor, while these two scene actors are slightly different. Just because they're slightly different does not affect the proto actor.
okay.
So, if that's the case, if the scene actors don't affect the proto actor, what happens when we affect the proto actor? Give you an
Mm,
example. Let's say these guys have long swords. Grab a long sword, throw them on. Oh, look at that, long
okay.
sword. Huh. Well, let's look at the kobolds again. Would you look at that? That one has a long sword.
Okay.
That one has a long sword. That one has a long sword. They all have long swords.
Okay. 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 I see.
The important thing to keep in mind is no matter how you edit a actor on the scene, with the caveat of players, no matter how you affect everything besides a player character, their scene actor will not affect their proto actor. Think of the proto actor as the original, the first, and everything after it to
Mm-hmm.
be a mutation, a different
Okay.
actor, a different person.
Yeah.
So again, we can have fun with this. If you need to make a quick edit to everybody at once, you'd go over here and affect the original kobold. If you
Okay.
want some of them to be special, you would affect them directly on the scene.
Okay. I got it.
Okay,
Mm,
now we went over a lot. And guess what? I actually
yes.
do have homework for you.
Okay. Good. I love my homeworks.
Now, the only thing that's going to be a little iffy with this homework is I don't know your exact setup for
Okay.
your directory for setting up things. So I think before I even get onto that, I need to discuss that at least. So again, this map. How did I get this map on here?
Yeah.
Let's
Let me
take a
see.
moment. Yep, for creating a scene. Just not gonna name it. Background image. Now you have these two little things here. I'm not gonna go too far in depth here. We're gonna keep it very simple.
Okay.
You have user data. You have
Mm,
core data. Core data is a bunch of nonsense that you're never going to touch.
okay.
User data is an important part. I'm going to be going back
Mm-hmm.
here. So, this is more than likely what you're going to see with user data.
Okay. Yes, I
Now,
have less thing, but
yep, the important thing here is the worlds.
okay.
If you look at these worlds, you might even recognize like a few familiar names.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the Pendragon. I got Fendelver and Below that I run for you. And the one that we're doing right now is a little test world. Test world.
Okay.
That's the name of this world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do we find this? Because this is where all the information is. If I were to make a scene here, I would always go to my world, the name of the world, and scenes.
Okay.
Click on this. For us, if you look at your taskbar right now, where Foundry is highlighted,
Yeah.
you should be able to right click it and it should say browse user data or something similar to it. Do you see that? I need to look at your screen actually.
Yes. Browse user data. Yeah, but
Yep.
I don't think I'm actually okay.
If you click on
Showing
that,
everything.
it'll open up this entire directory. Do you see what I'm looking at?
Yeah, just let me find mine. Okay, here you go.
So
Okay,
for
I'm
us,
not showing that, but yeah.
yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. For us, we'd be going into data.
Okay.
Worlds, again, the name
Mm,
of your world, and scene.
yeah.
And this is where you'd paste all of your maps.
Okay.
Mhm. We'll get on to organizing information here, but that's the only important part that you need to remember is how to access this area in drag and drop maps. This is going to be the most common thing you're going to do.
Okay.
So you have that in mind?
I do.
Okay, this is your homework. I want
Okay.
you to create a combat encounter. Remember the actor that I showed you before?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to create one of these, TPK.
Okay.
I want you to create a scene, what we're looking at right here. And this is very specific. And don't worry, I will send this back to you again. I want you to
Okay.
use the quick insert, this right here, to
Mm-hmm.
place down 8 goblins. Now, here's the caveat. I don't want a normal goblin fight, and I want you to do this on the fly. I want you to place down 8 goblins. I want 2 of each goblin to have the following. I want
Okay.
2 of them to have a bow and leather armor. I want 2 of them to have a sword and shield with plate armor. I want 2 of them to know the spell Fireball in mage armor. And I want 2 of them just to have 2 potions of healing. Then after that, I want you to run the combat, attack each other, test their ACs, and see how it works. Don't worry, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, thank you because I was writing, but you
I
were too
yeah,
fast.
I got it. But once we meet up again, I'm going to see how proficient you are with this. Then we'll move on to going in depth about actors and items. This is what I have prepared for you
Okay.
today. Thank you so much
That's
for giving me your
good.
time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.